you can be in love with someone. You can love someone and you not, and if you haven't experienced love and you don't understand it and you don't have the tools to move forward, then you're gonna have complications.
Ladies and gentlemen, she's a lot of things. She's spectacular, actually.
Yes.
And congratulations on new mamahood.
Yes.
Rumors, whispers, and for decades, the world of celebrity power couple Beyonce and Jay-Z has been the subject of endless rumors, but one story in particular has managed to hold the public's attention: the alleged affair between Jay-Z and Zon. It is a story of betrayal, heartbreak, and drama, and whether it is true or not, it is impossible to ignore the emotional storm it has caused over the years. Let's explore this complex web of relationships where ambition, jealousy, and trust collide.
You know, I sat there and I thought about how the media portrays Black men and how that is typical of the things that they would focus on.
Picture it, the mid-2000s. Beyonce and Jay-Z were already carving out their legacy as the ultimate power couple. They seemed untouchable with Bis angelic voice and Jay-Z's undeniable influence in the music industry, but then a young and vibrant talent entered the scene. The Whispers, who have been around for years, claim that Rihanna's ascent to fame came at a price that left Beyonce in tears. Rihanna was a young, fresh-faced teenager from Barbados with a voice that could command attention and a charisma that turned heads. She was signed to Jay-Z's label, The Jam.
There's one thing she's not.
Uh-huh.
She ain't Beyonce.
I know she's not Beyonce, but wait a minute, hold up.
The story begins when Rihanna, barely out of her teens, walked into Jay-Z's office for an audition. The then unknown artist had recorded her first single, Ponder Replay, and was eager to make an impression by her own account. She was nervous but determined, performing right there in the office. Jay-Z, who was already a titan in the industry, reportedly saw something special in her. When I met her that day, I knew she was a star, he would later say in interviews. But was it strictly professional admiration, or was there something more? Rumors began swirling almost immediately. After Ran signed her deal, whispers of late-night studio sessions and private meetings started to paint a picture of something deeper, a connection that went beyond music. Now, here's where things get messy. At the time, Beyonce and Jay-Z were still in the early stages of their relationship. They were fiercely private, rarely speaking about their love life in public, but those close to them claimed their bond was strong. However, the arrival of Rihanna introduced an entirely new dynamic. According to insiders, Beyonce initially welcomed Ran with open arms, even offering advice on navigating the cutthroat music industry. But as Ran's star began to rise, so did the rumors. Speculation about Jay-Z's growing interest in his young pedig started to make the rounds, and Beyonce allegedly began to feel uneasy.
That's not throwing shade on them. That's appreciating their greatness, but understanding there's levels, you know?
When Rant's publicist Jonathan Hay made a shocking revelation years later, he acknowledged that he had made up the story about a love triangle between Jay-Z, Beyonce, and Rihanna as a publicity stunt to promote Ponder Replay. Hey, the idea was to generate buzz around Rihanna's debut single, and it succeeded. The media went into overdrive, with tabloids and blogs analyzing every interaction between the three, but while the public enjoyed the drama, the alleged fallout behind the scenes was far more serious.
I'm just telling you, for me, there's Beyonce and there's everybody else, just like it was Michael Jackson and it was everybody else.
Even though the rumors weren't true, according to sources close to Beyonce, the idea that her boyfriend, now husband, could be connected to someone else in such a scandalous way reportedly broke her heart. Beyonce, who is known for her poise and composure, was said to have sobbed several times when she realized that Rihanna, a rising star with undeniable charm, might endanger her relationship with Jay-Z. Although Jay-Z publicly denied any romantic involvement with Rihanna, the damage was already done.
But you can't compare those two queens. You can't. We just gotta love them and respect them both.
Putting more fuel on the flames at industry events, the A and Rihanna's interactions were closely examined, with both fans and critics analyzing their body language for indications of tension. Although both women appeared professional, Insiders asserted that there was an unspoken rivalry brewing. A once-established celebrity reportedly believed that Rihanna posed a threat to both her relationship and her status as the music industry's queen. However, it was said that Rihanna knew about the whispers and didn't hesitate to embrace her seductive appearance, which only strengthened the rumors.
Beyonce and Jay-Z will do anything to destroy anyone who speaks out against them.
However, other accounts claim that the story doesn't stop there. Jay-Z's relationship with Rihanna not only caused friction for Beyonce, but it also caused friction within his record label at the time. At the time, The Jam had another young female artist on its roster named Tarara Marie, who was initially positioned as the label's breakout star. However, once Run entered the scene, industry insiders claimed that Beyon played a part in the shift, allegedly pushing for Tur to be sidelined in favor of Rihanna. This is because Tara, with her striking appearance and powerful voice, was perceived as a direct competitor to Beyon, and by promoting Rihanna instead, Beyon may have thought she was removing one threat only to unintentionally create another.
I know so much on how you got where you are, how you stepped on many people.
When it was reported that Jay-Z was spending more time with Rihanna than was required for a mentor-mentee relationship, there were supposedly occasions when he took her to gatherings and parties, presumably showing off their closeness. The tension reached a breaking point. According to one particularly lurid rumor, Jay-Z once took Rihanna to an event where Beyonce was present and behaved excessively affectionately towards her in front of everyone. If this is accurate, it would have been a flagrant act of disrespect, and it makes sense that Beyonce was reportedly distraught. Her sister Solin, who has always been fiercely protective of Beyon, was the only one who was able to calm her down during these emotional outbursts. How Carrie Hilson's career was terminated by you guys because she said something offensive, and let us not to be forgotten, is the notorious lift incident in 2014, in which Solange was seen on camera physically confronting Jay-Z. Although the reason for the altercation is still unknown, many have theorized that it had to do with his alleged infidelity. Some even think that Solange was defending Beyonce, perhaps out of residual animosity over the Rihanna rumors. Whether or not that is accurate, it is evident that the incident had a lasting effect on all parties.
How you guys ended Carrie Hilson's career because she said something about you.
The story of Jay's whoop by has only gotten more complicated over the years. In 2015, J. Randy Torelli published a biography of Beyon called Becoming Beyon, which explored her personal and professional life. The book rekindled interest in the rumors that Jay-Z and Rihanna had a brief breakup in 2005 over an alleged affair, but that break allowed Beyon to regroup and refocus, which ultimately led to their reunion and eventual marriage. Although the book didn't offer hard evidence of an affair, it added another layer to the already complicated story.
Jay-Z got his whooped by his sister-in-law on camera. What's her name? Solange. You got it. The feds ain't step in and do nothing. The feds don't care about you getting your ass whooped.
Even though Jay-Z and Beyonce have put up a united front and had undeniable success as a couple, the drama has persisted in recent years. Rihanna has addressed the lingering rumors about her in subtle ways, once commenting on an Instagram post that seemed to pit her against Beyon. She wrote that we don't need to be putting black women against each other in an attempt to silence the debate, but the story is still compelling for both fans and critics.
You know, when you're early in your career, you feel that you have to listen. And when you buck, they buck harder.
One thing is evident as we examine the beginnings of this story: the influence of these rumors extends much beyond the tabloids they have influenced. The story of Jay-Z, Beyonce, and Rihanna is being shaped by the public's perception, but is there more to it? Could the truth be even more shocking than the rumors suggest? The drama surrounding the couple goes beyond rumors of a love triangle and includes a web of public reactions, media manipulations, and some really shocking turns, all while the alleged affair is still a hot topic. The tale has persisted for years due to the ripple effects, which include awkward interviews and public feuds that have affected the music sector, and even now, admirers continue to analyze every aspect. So let's continue where we left off and delve more into this fascinating saga.
And those threats are huge ones. and you know what I mean? You don't feel like you have a choice.
Not only did the tabloids jump on the story like sharks in a feeding frenzy when the rumors of Jay-Z and Rihanna's purported closeness initially broke, but mainstream outlets also started to run with the concept, using every public appearance as a springboard for conjecture. Rihanna, who was still relatively unknown, found herself suddenly in the spotlight in ways she probably never would have imagined, but the truth is that this wasn't just bad press. According to her former publicist Jonathan Hay, the whole story about her having an affair with Jay-Z was made up as a publicity gimmick to support her first single, Ponder Replay. Yes, you read correctly, the rumors that created so much trouble were purportedly planted.
Your husband Jay-Z had a lot to do with Rihanna's early career, and back in February he said he thought everyone should support her in that mess with Chris Brown.
In hindsight, Jonathan Hay described the move as reckless, admitting that he didn't foresee how much damage it would cause, but even though he may have taken credit for starting the fire, the flames quickly spread beyond anyone's control. Hay later acknowledged that he created the narrative to generate buzz around Rihanna, who at the time was struggling to stand out in a crowded industry. He claimed that the goal was to paint Rihanna as Jay-Z's latest discovery and create intrigue around her as an artist.
And I also want to thank all of the talented R&B women that came before me, like Lauryn Hill.
She was hot as fish grease.
Though the couple has always been infamously private, insiders claimed that Beyonce was furious about the rumors and felt embarrassed by the public spectacle. The alleged affair turned into a public obsession, with fans and critics alike examining every interaction between Jay-Z and Rihanna. Photographs of the two together were examined frame by frame, with fans questioning why she was in the picture, whether she was standing too close to him, and why she was looking at him too fondly.
Interesting, because obviously this civil suit was coming for a while. Yep. And there was some talk between Busby and Jay-Z's lawyers. I think both Busby and Jay-Z's lawyers are really alphas. So
Rihanna's unquestionable ascent to fame, perhaps in spite of or possibly as a result of Ponder Replay becoming a huge hit, added to the stress. Even after Jonathan Hay's confession, many fans refused to accept that the rumors were completely unfounded because, after all, why would a publicist risk his career by fabricating something like that? What's even more shocking is how the alleged rivalry between Beyonce and Rihanna played out in the media. Catapulting suddenly became a force to be reckoned with. Her subsequent hits like SOS and Umbrella only served to solidify her status as one of the biggest names in music. Rihanna's unquestionable ascent to fame, perhaps in spite of or possibly as a result of Ponder Replay becoming a huge hit, added to the stress. Even after Jonathan Hay's confession, many fans refused to accept that the rumors were completely unfounded because, after all, why would a publicist risk his career by fabricating something like that? What's even more shocking is how the alleged rivalry between Beyonce and Rihanna played out in the media. Catapulting suddenly became a force to be reckoned with. Her subsequent hits like SOS and Umbrella only served to solidify her status as one of the biggest names in music.
Even if the accusations are false, there's two ways to go about these cases. Either one, you do the economic analysis, right? What is this going to cost me? Where is it going? How much am I going to lose? All these different things, even if it's false, right? How much are the attorneys going to cost me?
Fans weren't oblivious to the awkwardness, as social media was ablaze with memes and comments about the alleged feud. Some even speculated that Rant's alleged shade at the Grammys was proof of ongoing tension, as Ran received 8 nominations for her album Anti but failed to receive any nominations for Album of the Year, Song of the Year, or Song of the Year. Fans were quick to suggest that the Recording Academy was favoring Beyoncé's Lemonade, and Ran fueled the fire by liking an Instagram post criticizing the Grammys for allegedly ignoring her in order to preserve Beyoncé's lead in nominations. Even though Rihanna later explained that she didn't intend to compete with Beyoncé, the harm had already been done. But what about Jay-Z? The music mogul mostly remained silent during this whole ordeal, refusing to comment on the rumors directly, but his actions frequently spoke louder than words. For example, when he signed Rihanna to his Roc Nation label after she left The Jam, some people raised eyebrows because they believed it was a purely business decision. There were the more intimate occasions, such as his well-known lift dispute with Soling, but the specifics of that encounter are still unclear, and others couldn't help but wonder if there was more to the story. Many think it had something to do with Jay-Z's supposed adultery, a claim that acquired even more traction.
That's not the first time we've seen this tactic, and the last time it actually worked.
Although he has accomplished amazing things, yet he has a very distinct style, which many people dislike and criticize. One of them, Torres, has now sort of seized the reign and attempted to seize the way he presents cases is by holding preemptive press conferences. He has done this with Mayor Adams and Jay-Z, where he addresses the media and essentially presents a PowerPoint.
And he's gone on to do incredible things. But he has a very specific style. And there's a lot of people who don't like that style. And Judge Torres is one of them. He's now twice kind of taken the reins and tried to take control of the narrative of cases by putting on sort of these preemptive press conferences. He did it with Mayor Adams, and he did it now with Jay-Z, where he goes to the press and essentially puts on a PowerPoint.
With lyrics like You Better Call Becky with the Good Hair, Lemonade, which was released in 2016, was widely perceived as a highly personal examination of betrayal, forgiveness, and empowerment. Fans immediately started making assumptions about who Becky may be, and Rihanna's name was floated as a potential candidate. The album rekindled interest in Beyonce and Jay-Z's relationship as well as the long-running rumors about Rihanna, even though it was generally agreed that the reference was more symbolic than literal. Some fans even suggested that Beyonce used Lemonade as a way to address the rumors without naming names.
Like Spyro doing the exact opposite thing to help his client, but the judge really didn't like it. And so all of that is to say that this ruling to me is specifically directed at Alex Spyro, saying, I don't like what you're doing. I don't like all the motions you're filing. I don't like how you're going about handling this case. And if you continue to do it, you're not the only one who's got some tricks up their sleeve. I can also do things to make this process more difficult.
Interestingly, Rihanna has also addressed the rumors in her own way, albeit indirectly, in an interview. She called the rumors about her and Jay-Z crazy and frustrating, adding that it was unfair to her as a young artist trying to make a name for herself. She also stressed that she had nothing but respect for Beyonce, calling her an inspiration. However, despite her attempts to dispel the story, the rumors have continued because of years of fan theories and speculation. One of the most fascinating parts of the narrative is how public opinion has influenced it. For years, fans have argued over whether the rumors were completely untrue or had any merit, and the absence of hard proof hasn't stopped people from coming to their own conclusions, and the internet has only served to increase speculation on anything from YouTube comment sections to Reddit discussions. The purported love triangle is still a popular topic of conversation, and some fans even think that the rumors were a part of a bigger plot to harm Beyoncé's reputation in order to advance Rihanna's career. Although this notion is unlikely, it illustrates the amount of interest this tale has sparked.
It's obviously getting a whole new wave of attention and more focused attention on this victim. So I think it's going to be tied to the media cycle, if I had to guess, and how these rulings continue. And they have this celebrity name that is sort of waiting to take over the headlines when they choose to release it. So I think it will be added, but it's going to be a strategic time.
However, the drama doesn't stop there. In recent years, fresh accusations have surfaced, further complicating. For example, there are rumors that Jay-Z was involved in Rant's widely reported fallout with Chris Brown. Although it's unclear how much of these claims are true, they've added yet another layer to an already complicated story. In addition, there is constant speculation about Jay-Z's behavior behind the scenes, with some speculating that his influence goes well beyond the music industry. According to some reports, Jay-Z allegedly warned Chris to avoid Rihanna after their relationship became toxic.
At that time, I remember thinking, I can't be mad at her because that is what the media portrays.
What does this leave us with, then? Although the full extent of Jay-Z, Beyonce and Rant's relationship may never be known, there is no doubt that the story has had a lasting effect on all three of their careers. For Beyonce, it has been a test of her fortitude, requiring her to face rumors and speculation while retaining her status as a worldwide icon fan. It has been a two-edged sword, bringing her not only to fame but also to intense scrutiny, and for Jay-Z, it has had a lasting effect on her career. As we continue to unravel this complex network, it's important to consider how much of this story is based in reality and how much is a creation of our collective imagination. This has served as a lesson in the strength and peril of public perception. Please share your thoughts and insights in the comments section below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more juicy celebrity gossip. Until the next time. Have the rumors about Jay-Z and Rihanna been overblown, or is there more to the story than meets the eye? And perhaps most importantly, what does this saga say about the way we consume celebrity gossip? Remain alert and inquisitive.